So we've set out to build a tool to make it easy for you to find the people that need your products and to get in touch with them. Now, we want to be fast while building this, but sometimes in order to be fast, you need to take it slow and actually figure out what you're building. And this is exactly what we are doing in the following snippet. This is a session I had with my co-founder, Mehdi. This is a real meeting we had, which means that we are not really trying to be engaging. We are in real time figuring out how to build this, which means maybe it's a bit more tedious, but I think it also makes it a lot more interesting for you guys to see the raw reality of our struggles and how we are figuring this out. So yeah, here it is.
That the user can essentially can, in an interactive way,
Mm-hmm.
without too much of a burden on them, can create their campaign. And even I was thinking in a way that essentially would start building their stuff and then would have some stage that they essentially built in, that you would essentially connect your LinkedIn, and then you would come that you need to, if you're not a paid member, right, you have created it, and then you say, okay, now put on your credit card.
Yeah. One of the um just images I have in my head is that you come to the website and you put your company name in and you put your product name in and it just goes, and like it starts like defining the kind of persona you should be targeting and the pitch and such, and you can modify it. And
Exactly,
at one point you need
exactly.
to make an account and pay for it, but like it just it's kind of a demo that actually ends up being a created campaign.
Exactly. So essentially, similar to what you have been doing. So essentially, user pastes the URL, upload a PDF, or tell about their product, like the
Mhm.
product name,
Yeah,
right? AI scrapes the data and context. A dashboard, like a product entity, is created.
exactly. Yeah.
That does it look right? And then here, what I want to do here is that um, uh, here I want to extract and create essentially some sort of ask questions, that the things that are not obvious from the product page or the PDFs, because there are a lot of things that is not online and people would not say that this is not really working like this is working like that. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
Extracting in an interactive way, really completing the product
Okay,
entity.
and we can do that. That's not too hard. Like an interactive onboarding.
Yeah,
Um,
like for example, a chat. They say, okay, like this is this. Like,
yeah,
do I understand it correctly? Can you tell me in which situation? Like, a very good that people can always, not a feeling like a form, but like they can always skip it and go
yeah,
to the next phase.
yeah. Or after
And
stuff, or yes,
if they don't want to talk about it, they can just send
or
next.
they
But
can
they can
record
say,
it, whatever. Yeah, sure.
yeah. And then here is that then it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Then AI creates value propositions
Yeah,
that then essentially, again, it's like your pitch that you have. Exactly, I'm trying to figure out the way that you do it.
yeah,
That they can either edit it or give feedback per value proposition, like for example, three,
yeah,
four. That they can essentially either select it and select next.
yeah,
That it would create essentially that it value proposition has essentially pitch angles, uh, like and then here is essentially creates, say, okay, what is your company, like it creates now when you say it's next, then per campaigns
yeah,
would create a company selection criteria and a people selection criteria, that again they can edit it right then, or they can chat with it, like give a
yeah,
feedback
yeah.
to be edited. And then here here essentially AI, what you're doing, like AI creates a persona split. Say, okay, like a direct buyer, the user or scientist, like, you can create essentially entities, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then for each there is the message created,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can just launch it then here.
Yeah.
Like for
Yeah.
example, like in 4 steps you launch. Then here it says connect LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
or create a magic link, also like multiple LinkedIn that you can invite others to connect their LinkedIns.
Yeah. 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 Good.
You
Good.
know
Good.
what I mean? That your team can essentially do that.
Yeah.
That can be, it's complex to an extent.
It's exactly what I had in mind. I mean, like the first version doesn't need to be like all of this. It can be simpler, but that's kind of the flow. Like what I was imagining is because that's also some of the needs we are seeing on the service. I see what you mean as well. Like it might be simpler just to have just a campaign is just so instead of having a strategy per campaign, you have a strategy associated with your product maybe. And then each campaign is just one company selection criteria, one people selection criteria, and one pitch. And then you can create new variations that are just fully new campaigns, and you can just like duplicate them and change something. That's good. That's good. I do want to at some point try, and this is just me nerding out a bit. Like, if we really want to deliver as many meetings as possible, uh, I think like there's some simple maths where you can allocate like for the budget of messages you have per day, you can allocate different amounts to different campaigns. Yes, we can have an option where it's automatic, and it both.
This is exactly. So is essentially a uh, that comes into a meta on top of
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
That is essentially resource allocation agents, like
yeah.
for example, or
Yes,
like create.
mm, like there's this the bedrock problem in reinforcement learning is called multi-hour bandit, which is a very strange name, but it's essentially that let's say you have like 5 slot machines and you don't know what the chance is at the beginning that they will give, and they have different chances of giving a prize. And it's
Mhm.
the problem of okay, you can do like 1,000 pools, like, and how do you choose which one to pull from? So you start experimenting and you see, oh, okay, this one is quite frequent. Like, should I keep pulling this one or should I try a different one that might be better?
That is exactly, this is the challenge that like I understand it fully. And then at some point, essentially, this is one thing that the load allocation, or like,
Yeah,
the other one is essentially later on becomes essentially let's define a new campaign
yeah,
with the learnings and essentially adjust the campaigns, let's say,
yeah, 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 yeah.
internally. These are amazing works you
And
need
it's
to
not
do.
like it feels like over engineering, but it's really simple. It's just very simple maths, and it can really have an impact on the actual results
I
delivered.
agree. I agree. I agree. So here I think we need to do that because I wanted to essentially, my ultimate objective is, I think, if you would make this product description thing, like product specialist, let's say,
Yeah,
this um, product specialist is for me essentially like an agent that knows about the product the best,
yeah,
and is a worker that lives on LinkedIn,
yeah,
that you don't even define campaigns or anything and such. It just decides how to, you give it an objective, say, give me as many meetings as possible for this product.
yeah,
And it's like this in this industry, let's say.
yeah,
And it just goes and decides case by case, like like as if you have like Marvin, that you tell Marvin that, okay, give me these meetings, and he goes and finds the companies himself, he goes and finds the people messaging and like and such, and it just accumulates the knowledge and just optimizes it. for you?
I really want to have that almost from day one, a really simple version of it. Like just so that lazy people have an option to do nothing. Uh,
Mhm.
if you are minimally smart, you will probably be better than the initial AI. But like at least you have the option of everything being automatic, and I want to have that from the beginning.
The
Uh,
question that I have, like, this can be essentially if you give the option to a person just to say next, next, next,
yeah,
you can have that from the first day. At
yeah,
least that feeling,
yeah, exactly.
right?
That's the
It
aim.
doesn't change it, but
Yeah,
it just next, next, next,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you just put your product next, next, next.
yeah. All right,
Yeah.
let's leave it
Cool,
at
cool.
that. And I need to make this more
Yeah.
concrete. I will hit the deadline, and I have two deep dives to do as well, but it's fine.
Oh shit.
It's okay. It's okay. All right. Good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.